So now I'm going to hand over to Janet, who's having a chat with Tash, who's joined us from Paw BVI, and she's brought a special guest with her.
Indeed, and I'm not sure who I'm holding, but she is adorable.
That's Trevor, and he's a 3-week-old puppy that was found abandoned. Hi, gorgeous! In the bushes after a big rainstorm last week. So we've had him. I've been fostering him since last week. Oh, you can see it's a hard life being a puppy. But yeah, he's being bottle fed every 3 to 4 hours, which is why we needed to bring him with. And also, he's adorable.
He is adorable. And this work that you're doing here, I don't know how you do it, but it is amazing and it's necessary. It's something that has been such an incredible work in our community and for the animals. So I would love to hear a little bit more about Paw, because I just sort of stumbled across it, started hearing the word Paw everywhere, and then of course became a follower and then became a fosterer. So I'd love to hear a little bit about how it started.
Thanks, Janet. So I started Paw in 2014, which seems a while ago now. And I've always been passionate about animals. I knew there was a huge need for that in the BVI. We basically started off as a spay and neuter only. So we raise funds and we pay for spaying and neutering of street animals, owned animals where the owners can't afford it, the animals in the Humane Society, etc. To date, we've spayed and neutered almost 2,300, which I'm pretty chuffed about. I can remember the first one that we did, reaching 10, reaching 100, so now we're up to 2,300. We've since branched out quite a bit. We do a lot more fostering now with Trevor and with you and the kitties. So we've at any time, we've got between 30 and during lockdown, we were up to 120 dogs and cats in foster, which was pretty stressful, but somehow we got through that. And then we have a great program called Paws in the Air, which I'm really hopeful that some of the brokers and crews can get on board with. We've had some great support from the crewed yachts in the past with Paws in the Air. So basically, we ask that people that are coming to visit the island or who are traveling from the BVI take a puppy or a kitten to a rescue partner in the States. So we're actually hoping that by the end of this year, we would have sent 1,000 since 2017 in our Paws in the Air program. We have had some big freedom flights as well, but I think we're up to about 700 animals just with sending them with escorts, and that's since 2017, which has been pretty huge and pretty game-changing for us. And we have amazing rescues that we work with in the States, and you get to help little guys like this. Trevor is a little bit young to travel, but when he's 8 weeks old, if we can't find him a great home on the island, then he'll go to the States to one of our many rescue partners. So, we just ask that if you've got guests coming, please just let them know about the Paws in the Air program. We take care of all the admin. Basically, and I'll just put this so everyone can see, this is the cabin bag that we send our escorts with, and we also give them a bag that looks like this, and that will have all the supplies that you need for the trip, as well as the paperwork and the money, because obviously every airline charges us a fee. So everything is done for the guests. All we need to know in advance is when they're traveling, what airline they're on, and their record locator, and we do everything else. We meet them at the ferry dock or the airline when they're leaving, and then someone from our rescue partner in the States will meet them at that airport. So you literally only have that puppy or that kitten from the moment you leave BVI to the moment you arrive at your destination airline, airport. So it is as hassle-free as possible, and then you get to travel with one of these little guys or a kitten. Yeah.
Wonderful. I just have to ask this question because I know this is not your full-time job, and so I'm very curious to know, how did you get involved in all this? What, the fact is that, aren't you an accountant or something along those lines?
Yeah.
I mean,
so I'm very lucky to work for a wonderful company. Thank you, Deloitte. Work for Deloitte in the Caribbean and Bermuda, and they are, such a great support of people working differently and, making an impact in the community, which I'm very lucky. So, we work it out. We work around timings. Sometimes I do a bit of Paw stuff during the day and then catch it up in the evenings with work or on the weekends. So very lucky to be able to do both. Very passionate about animals, which is how I started. But I'm lucky to have the day job to keep the lights on at the same time.
And so I think you went through how can the cruise assist, correct? Did
Yeah.
we just talk a
The
little
other
bit?
thing, though, is Pack for a Purpose.
Yes,
Which I
of
know
course.
you guys are big on, and it's a fantastic program. So I think if people could push that as well, that's just, if you've got your guests coming along and they've got any space in their luggage, just pop in an item or two. I know there's various causes that are supported, but for us, if someone bringing, say, 5 collars or a couple of leads, for us in the Humane Society, some puppy pads, the thing about living on an island is obviously it's fantastic, and it's a Tuesday afternoon and I just got to do a cocktail competition tasting, but there are the downsides, which is the lack of easy access to supplies. So someone who's got a little bit of space in their luggage, or who wants to leave their towels here after they bring them on a boat, for those that don't have towels provided, for example, it's just pack a little extra in your luggage and leave it here, and you can make a big difference.
And you mentioned the bag. Is that
Yes.
for sale?
Yes, we have an amazing array of supplies at the moment for sale, or merchandise. So these are our bags that we got done in conjunction with Island Bags. I don't know if you can see that, which is a great other non-profit on Island, who make these bags out of recycled bottles or plastic, and they've got a whole different variety of brands, which is great. We also have amazing things like our Christmas cards, which Amy over there was instrumental in helping us get done. So you can't probably see the back, but there's 10 different cards, and they all feature a rescued puppy or cat or kitten or dog. And these are $20. And the good thing is, for all of you guys watching online who can't be in the BVI at the moment, we have an online option as well for purchasing, which is great. So we will share that on our Facebook page and our website if anyone's interested. But yeah, we have loads of merchandise. 1 or 2 of the crews have actually been great with us and took a bit of stock on board to sell. We have stuff that's great for vacations. We have towels, we have peak caps, normal hats, loads of great stuff that, if you wanted to offer to your guests to purchase, or
Masks.
masks. Yeah, we've got great masks that a very lovely lady has sewn for any charity that wants them on the island. So we definitely took advantage of that. So we've got some good stock at the moment.
And I believe that the photographs were taken of animals locally.
Yeah, all of them are here, and all of them are in great locations, and or have something in there that is perfectly BVI, whether it's a Passa's mug or a view of Soper's Hole or the Paradise sign in Cane Garden Bay, which is my foster dog Patricia, who, shout out to Patricia, I would have brought her tonight, but she tries to eat everyone. But other than that, she's a lovely dog.
Fatty Patty, as
Fatty
we like
Patty,
to call
yeah.
her.
Well, I know that a lot of our crew over the lockdown took in paw animals, and it was an incredible experience for them. And I know it was certainly entertaining for our social media feeds.
I must just stop and say thank you to all of those crews who took puppies and kittens after or during lockdown. Literally don't know what we would have done without you guys. That's the most animals we've ever had in foster, and the majority of them were actually in foster on boats. So, if you're watching this and you had a puppy or a kitten, thank you. You guys really saved our bacon at that stage. We're happy to say we cleared out a lot of those animals to great homes or to rescues, but there was a time where we just didn't know what to do, that we just had so many, and it was the guys on the water that stepped up, so thank you.
And I don't think anybody can really imagine or fathom what it takes to coordinate the flying out of all these animals for the freedom flights. That was an incredibly coordinated effort. I remember being at the airport. Of course, my kitties flew out on that freedom flight, and there were, I don't want to call them cages, crates and crate loads of puppies and kitties and cats, and it was quite incredible just to watch all of that, and just the coordination that must have required.
Yeah, we're actually working on another one at the moment. We've got another 76 animals flying out on Thursday. We're getting better at it. I guess it's like anything, the more you do it, the better you get at it. But we work with some incredible people in stateside as well as in the BVI. We've got a great veterinary partner here, Canines, Cats and Critters. We work with the BVI Humane Society. Hi Else, if you're watching. Just really good people, and it literally takes a village.
I got changed just for Tash this afternoon. My T-shirt says "Rescued is my favorite breed."
And Trevor says, yeah.
Yes.
So see how we can move that out to Trevor's.
Do you have anything to add, Amy? Or say? Or ask?
Well, Biff and I have worked quite closely with Paul since we first arrived in the BVI in 2014. And we think that Tash and all the volunteers do such incredible work. And if there's anything that we can do to help, or for our animal-loving clients who can help as well, then you know that we're there for you. And the work that you do is just phenomenal. So all of the charities that we've featured, FSN and YEP, they're all grassroots charities who just actually make a real difference in these islands. And that's why they've been chosen for the Pack for a Purpose programme that the CYS supports.
Absolutely.
You like my ears, by the way.
So brokers, make sure your guests know that they can help out our community and our animal community by tell your guests about taking an animal, escorting an animal back. Cruise, you can open your boat if you have a few weeks of extra off charter. Or encourage your guests, but there are a lot of ways of getting involved. It doesn't require it doesn't require a lot to get involved in this.
It's the small things that really help. Whether you've got 2 weeks and you're on land for whatever reason, and you can help with transport, that 2 weeks is very helpful to us that are doing it day in and day out. So never underestimate just what a little bit of help can make a difference.